Tottenham is a team we've sort of skipped over, and Pochettino, the coach there, is earning a big reputation. There's talk of Real Madrid wanting to bring him in, possibly sooner rather than later, to replace Zidane. And yet the team isn't quite right.
Well, they haven't got the strength and depth that some of the team like City have, or maybe Manchester United have. He hasn't had near the resources of those teams, and he's done a wonderful job. It's easier to do the job that Guardiola has with the resources he has. So it's probably unfair to say, well, Pochettino's not going to win the league. I mean, he's up against probably the wealthiest club in Europe at the moment, in Manchester City. But he's making a good fist of it. But you just don't know how long that's going to last. This project at Tottenham Hotspur is going to last, because we've spoken about this before, the three of us, that the players, compared to the money that they're earning at other clubs, the players at Tottenham Hotspur are probably underpaid, and this is going to explode probably at the end of this season. Can they win anything? They've got Juventus in the Champions League. I give them a 50-50 chance with that one. They could beat the Italians and move on and give themselves a chance of maybe getting in the semi-final or final of that competition, because they're a hard team to beat. And with the three lads up front, when they perform, and Harry Kane, Dele Alli and Ericsson, they've got a chance of scoring goals. They've showed that. So I think Pochettino's done a really marvellous job, but I can see the whole thing coming to an end maybe in the next year or 18 months.
Yeah, that's a problem, John, isn't it? Just to take the Harry Kane example, he's on 100 grand a week. Ozil is on 300 grand a week. Neymar is on a multiple of what Ozil is on. Sanchez is on $500,000 a week at Manchester United. Harry Kane must be finding it hard to sleep at night.
I think he's a very, very innocent type of lad. I think he's doing well. He loves Spurs. I think the big problem for... Sorry?
You love him as a player, don't you? He's a really good player. He's a top-notch player.
And he's a brilliant lad. But the money doesn't seem to concern him. I think he's a very innocent type of lad who loves Spurs. He loves playing for Spurs. I think he's got a very good relationship with Pochettino. I think the big problem for Spurs could well be if Pochettino goes for Madrid, as some people have been talking about. I think the whole thing would collapse there if he goes, because I think the players like him. I think they respect him. I think they're playing for him, particularly Kane. And if he goes, I think the whole thing will collapse. And as Liam said there, that'll be all for the finances as well. They won't. I don't think they'll stick it. Even with Pochettino there at the end of the season, they're going to have big problems, because Kane. I mean, the wages that Kane has been paid is outrageous. In today's market. So I think it's a very, very, very dodgy, fragile situation at Spurs. They don't have the resources, as Eamon said, to do it, Eamon. They don't have the resources, which is fair enough. I think Pochettino's done a very, very good job. I think they're very good at the back, they're very good at the front. They do lack a real creative force in the middle of the field, and I think that's what will stop them for really competing with the top boys this season.